a boat in front of us, and a dim light far in the distance as James just got off from just killing a man, killed Eddie back there. But Eddie was a danger to himself and others, so we kind of had to do what we had to do. What we have to do right now, though, is get in this boat and head across Toluca Lake. Because we've been trying to get to this hotel for quite some time, and all roads have been blocked. But James finally crossed the underground, the massive labyrinthine catacombs underneath the Historical Society, to come out the back door, where now he's at this boat dock, and now we have finally found the means to get to this hotel. So as we're doing this, let's just refresh our memory. James came to Silent Hill because he's looking for his wife, who sent him a letter. His wife who died 3 years ago, saying that she's waiting in their special place. Let's find this light. We went to the first special place, Rosewater Park. There we go. Let's head in this direction. And get back over there. At Rosewater Park, we found Maria, a woman who looks exactly like James's dead wife. That wasn't what James was looking for. He remembered that they had another special place. That special place being the hotel across the lake. Ever since then, James has been trying to get there, and 2 people have died since then. Maria, twice, and Eddie, once. Angela and Laura are still alive. So it's been quite an adventure to get there, but finally, James is on his way. Can we look at the map while we're doing this? It doesn't really say where we are, but we are on this lake. There's really only one way to go, and it's that light that we're looking at. There are no other objectives, no other places, no other destinations. Which is good, because if there were other places we could go, this could get confusing. We might be on this lake for a while, but as it is, we're going to get there fairly soon. And then, last time, before we said goodbye, we discovered something odd. That the letter that James received from his wife, well, there's nothing on it. Don't know when that happened. It just is blank now. But what's James going to do? Turn back? Just because the letter's blank now? Obviously, he has to finish what he started. He's too far in now. Place doesn't change at all in 3 years. What a beautiful vacation spot. Well, I mean, it probably would be beautiful if it wasn't so foggy, and if menacing music wasn't playing when we looked at it. But this is the special place where they had such fond memories of coming to this town. All right, let's take a look at the courtyard. There's really not that much to see, but we can see like the basic architecture and can see. Oh, stone bench, that's nice. And we can see the camera angle changing when we approach this fountain. Oh, what's that? Little Mermaid music box. There's a fountain in the shape of a bird. No water's coming out of it right now, though. Music box with a figure from the fairy tale The Little Mermaid attached, found with the garden fountain. Nothing we can do with this right now. Can't use it here. We'll just hold on to that. Nothing over here, though. See, James is cottoned on at this point. Then when he sees something like that, like a little music box Just out in the open like that. He should probably take it with him. He might need it later. He just has a feeling about that. Anyway, here we are. We made it. And in room 312, someone wrote down, waiting for you. And that's the room Mary and James stayed in. Hotel map for guests. We got it. Okay, we now have our destination. We have to get to room 312, because that's where Mary's waiting for us there. She has to be, right? I mean, that's the whole objective, is to find Mary, even though she died 3 years ago. However, even in this hotel that we have such beautiful memories of, the monsters just keep coming. But you know, of all the monsters we fought so far, the four legs really have been the most ineffective, haven't they? Like, they don't really do much. They kind of try to bash you with their top legs, and they're not successful most of the time. Handgun bullets, handgun bullets, handgun bullets. Well, okay, this is where they keep the bullets in the hotel. They keep them in the back. They don't know when they're going to need some more bullets. Laundry cart. No bullets inside this, though. Cardboard box. Nothing inside. We have this, like, empty space here, which is kind of odd because there's a hallway indoors, and usually they draw those in. Anyway, bathroom. Here's the gents. Can't go in there. The ladies can't go in there. What's through there? We have some rooms. First floor rooms on this side. But no, those are not for us. Like with every other dungeon, I mean, I guess it's odd to call a hotel a dungeon, but basically that's what it is. Like with all the others, we are going to examine all of the doors and draw all of the red lines as we do. A Silent Hill dungeon is not complete until all of the red lines have been drawn, indicating all of the doors that have broken locks. Painting is hanging here. There's nothing unusual about it. Which might be unusual in itself. It's locked. What's this one? This is the bar. Venus Tears. Can't get in there. It's not broken. It's just locked. Yep, Venus Tears. In this elevator, we can find it kind of thinner. However, of course, the elevator, it's not going to work. These elevators never work. Not in Silent Hill. We should probably take a look at this. Small can filled with thinner. It was in the elevator. Well, we're just going to pick that up and take it with us. Alright, what other rooms do we need to look at? We can look at Restaurant Lakeshore. It's open. And what do we find for dinner? Fish key. Why is it called the fish key? An empty plate, a knife, and a fork. That's all. Nothing much of interest. It's just called that because it has a big fish tag. Someone's a big fish fan, I guess.
Did I scare you?
Yeah, you did.
You're here to find Mary, aren't you, James? Well, have you?
No. Is that why you're here too?
She's here, isn't she? If you know where she is, tell me. I'm tired of walking.
I wish I knew.
But she said it in her letter.
What letter?
Wanna read it? But don't tell Rachel, okay?
Who's Rachel?
She was our nurse. I took it from her locker.
And Laura actually does have a letter from Mary. My dearest Laura, I'm leaving this letter with Rachel to give to you after I'm gone. I'm far away now, in a quiet, beautiful place. Please forgive me for not saying goodbye before I left. Be well, Laura. Don't be too hard on the sisters. And Laura, about James, I know you hate him because you think he isn't nice to me, but please give him a chance. It's true that he may be a little surly sometimes, and he doesn't laugh much, but underneath he's really a sweet person. Laura, I love you like my very own daughter. If things had worked out differently, I was hoping to adopt you. Happy 8th birthday, Laura. Your friend forever, Mary.
Laura, how old are you?
I turned 8 last week.
So, Mary couldn't have died 3 years ago. Could she really be here? Is this the quiet, beautiful place she was talking about?
Me and Mary talked a lot about Silent Hill. She even showed me all her pictures. She really wanted to come back. That's why I'm here. Maybe you'll get it if you see the other letter. The one, Mary. Huh? I must have dropped it.
Laura!
I gotta find it.
Laura!
So, James is a little bit confused right now. The letter clearly said happy 8th birthday, and Laura said that happened last week. But how could that be true if Mary died 3 years ago? We might want to take a look at this just to make sure that it's still here. It is. It is still here. It's not vanishing. It's a real letter. This, on the other hand, is nothing. There's nothing there. Photo from when she was still healthy. Also knife. Just remember, we still have it. It's still stained with something red. There's also something else when we entered the hotel that might have raised a red flag, in that James said, this place hasn't changed in 3 years. So he and Mary went on vacation here 3 years ago. But how could that be the case if she died from some disease 3 years ago? How would she be able to go on vacation here? There's a cat on the window. Drawing to my Laura. It's a cat. James, confused, walks around with his shotgun. Maybe he can shoot his problems away. Here's this piano. There's a piano here. I remember how much Mary liked to play the piano. She wasn't very good, but I still love to hear her play. That was so long ago, before we were even married. Why am I thinking of that now? Even though it doesn't make sense to James, he'll... Oh, hold on. We got angry doors. They're here. Let me get out the big knife, because I think I should be able to hit him with this. Alright, come on. No? There we go. I went too early. I went too early with the knife. Alright, let's just change back the shotgun. Hey. Even if James is confused about this, he'll grasp at any hope that Mary might still be alive. Even if it doesn't make sense to him, because how could he possibly forget about whether or not she died 3 years ago? Mr. James Sunderland. The videotape you forgot here is being kept in the office on the first floor. Right, Maria did mention that they had forgotten a videotape when they vacationed here in Silent Hill, which made James wonder, how would Maria know about that? Isn't she Maria? Here's a key. It's the key to the room where Mary and James stayed. Well, that makes things seem easy, doesn't it? We have the key. We just go there, right? The map said that someone's waiting for us there. There's a music box. Just sitting out here. There's a plate in front of the indentation and something is engraved on it. Seat of the princess who awoke from death. Sure, let's play it. It doesn't sound quite right. Maybe these say other things on the other sides. Seat of the princess who fled at midnight. No. And this? Seat of the princess who spoke no words. No. Alright, we did find a music box. It's the Little Mermaid. So, which of the three princesses might this be? Well, part of that story is that she isn't able to speak. Let's put it here. Let's try playing the music box. This doesn't sound quite right. We're not going to shoot it. Just wanted to reload. There's a save point. Anything on this floor that we could take a look at? And we probably have done... Well, I mean, we could try to go out this door. Can't leave it yet. This is the exit. And we didn't come here to leave. Well, this is the second floor, so these stairs would lead up to the third floor, and that is where we want to go. Unfortunately, it's locked. If we look on the map, oh, that room is just on the other side of the hallway. If we could only unlock this door. But we can't.
James!
Still locked. Well, we're going to have to find a key to that. We don't have it. We need to find it. Oh, got some ammo here. Handgun bullets. Shotgun shells. Shotgun shells. Eat more handgun bullets, even though I don't use the handgun bullets anymore, really. Here's a briefcase. It's locked. Well, clearly, the way to unlock this is with the fish key. What else would unlock the briefcase? It follows. You got the key to Hotel Room 204. We used the key to get another key. I don't know why someone locked away a key, but they did. We can also examine this. Right, it mentions that's the room Mary and I stayed in 3 years ago. Can't hear anything from the receiver. Could the phone line possibly be cut? I mean, none of the phones have worked in Silent Hill. I don't know if James would be surprised at that. Alright, so this is the reading room. It's the room that you go to when you want to read, like these. It's a book here. Doesn't seem like it'll be of use. And some health drink. Nothing here that looks useful. There's a book open on top of the desk. It looks like a medical book. I've already read enough medical books. None of them ever did any good. James doing a lot of studying, apparently. Tourist brochures are lined up here. I'm not interested in them right now. I wonder if any of these tourist brochures get into the massive underground prison. Because you'd think that would be like a big tourist attraction. Nothing else will be of use, I think. Nothing to do here right now. Though maybe later. Bathrooms? No. No bathrooms. We got a lot of doors here, and you know what that means. A lot of broken locks to draw on our map. Broken lock. 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 Oh, this one's open. We found another key. A lot of using keys to find keys around here, I notice, but someone really needs to fix the hole in this wall. Leads right into the next room. Here's a briefcase. Oive. Here's some photos on the bed here. And one in particular, someone took a picture of the briefcase and just went to town with a marker. But, you know, we did pick up that thinner previously. And I guess it works on a Sharpie. No. So this 4-letter combination can be a variety of words. It's not going to be just one. So you could guess at what the words are, but it might just be faster to get the thinner. So you can see which one it is in this particular playthrough. And for us, it was null. And we got the Cinderella music box. Music box with a figure from the fairy tale Cinderella attached. And it takes us out here. Alright, so I believe we've hit all of the doors here. Yep, that's correct. In this hallway. And that's everything on this side. Let us head to the next side. We might as well put this down here while we're at it. So we picked up Cinderella. The one on this side says... Seat of the princess who fled at midnight. Well, of course, Cinderella did have to flee at midnight, so let's put her down here. No, still not right. We are still missing a music box. Alright, more health drinks and more ammo to pick up. More elevators that don't work. Okay, we used a key. And we end up in an employee-only room. Doesn't look all fancy like the rest of the hotel. This is for the working people. Memos hanging here. Nothing interesting is written. Shelf is empty. Here's an elevator. Well, it's doing something. We can try to press a button, but nothing works. It does say something up here, though. Weight allowance. 1 person. Let's step off. So, the first time I played this game, honestly, I found that probably to be one of the more menacing moments of the game when you read that and it says weight allowance 1 person. Because, oh, is there more than 1 person on this elevator? That's not actually what it is. We can put stuff on the shelf because we're carrying too much stuff. Yes, let us put the items on the shelf. So what's going to happen here is you would then proceed to start putting things down and going back to the elevator to see if you've put enough down. Like, you know, maybe now I've put enough things down. Maybe I'm light enough to go on the elevator. And what it turns out to be is no, you're not. You are not light enough until you put every single thing down on this shelf. Yes, even the pieces of paper. Now we can go on the elevator. It's an extremely sensitive elevator. Let's use it. There we go. Alright, so now we have no weapons. Or health drinks. Or first aid kits. Or even the flashlight. We don't have the flashlight. Or the radio. But what we do have is an upgraded map. We got the map for the employees. The real map. Not any of this nonsense map for guests. We have the actual map that we want. What do we have here? Potatoes and onions. They smell slightly rotten. We got a third music box. It's a figure from the fairy tale Snow White attached. Pumpkin, apples and pumpkins. Hold on. Cookie! That's right. Big box of cookie right there in the lower left. Cans of fruit are lined up. The expiration dates are probably long gone. Tea bags and cookies here all past their expiration dates. I wish I could zoom in on these. You know how I like to do that. I cannot. I see some pound cake, but I can't really make out what anything else is. Juice cans lined up here. No reason to carry these. Unless we had some garbage, some weird garbage to shove down a chute. Soup cans are lined up here. I guess they're still okay, but I'm not hungry. Nothing here, but the whole thing smells vaguely moldy. How long has it been since James has eaten something? It's probably like before he came into Silent Hill. It's been a while, is what I'm saying. Gotta make sure that we get all of the red lines down. It's very important. Anything here? No, nothing. Let's just go through the door. And now... Well, here's an enemy. It's a mannequin. I kind of like how it feels different when the radio is not going off. It's just very silent. I guess that's the name of the game, isn't it? It's just that most of the time the game's not silent, is the thing. Here's a boiler room. It's still generating power. We got the bar key. Key to door which goes from hotel's underground bar to hallway. So we did see that the bar was locked. Venus Tears. We now have its key. Excuse. Oh, ma'am? Excuse. Nope. Empty wine bottles. Nothing for us here. Alright, now we're in a friendly kitchen. Got some health drinks. Can't examine it. I can't examine the food here. James will not observe how moldy everything is. So, this area probably has my favorite puzzle in the game. Here's a can. There's no label on it. No telling what's in there. I guess we can't do anything with that. Okay, now we're actually in the bar. Can't observe the drinks, though. Oh, the counter. Nothing out of the unusual with this count. Oh, hold on. Mary and I shared some nice drinks together at this bar. I don't think I... Oh, there's more text. Sometimes it seems like so long ago, and sometimes it's just as if it were yesterday. I don't think I saw that text before. There's a jukebox here. It doesn't play. It must be broken. I tried to use the bar key, but it's too dark to find the keyhole. We have the key. We cannot find the keyhole. It is way too dark. What's over here? There's a lamp on the counter. There's no light bulb. I can't turn it on because there's no light bulb. But without the light, I can't find the keyhole. What could we do? I guess I'm going to have to go back for a little bit. Let's just remember that's there. If only we had some kind of light that we could use. Oh, they hit each other. That doesn't seem to happen often. It can. Let's go into the office. Well, here's the tape we saw the note about. We got the videotape, and underneath that, there's a can opener. We'll take that. We did find a can. Anything else in this room? Nothing here that looks useful. That lock's broken. Any notes? Nothing useful written in the documents. Let's take a look at what we picked up. Videotape I forgot at the hotel 3 years ago. Silent Hill is written on the label in my handwriting. This is definitely the videotape I recorded back then. And the other thing we picked up is this. Tool for opening cans. Nothing unusual. Just a good old can opener. Well, let's take a look at the other doors. Anything we can open? Probably not. But we have to write down all these red lines. Oh, here's something. Schedule book here. The date is from 1 year ago. I got rifle shells. And more rifle shells. What's this, like a little break room? Yeah, this is the employee lounge. It's where they watch TV and store their ammo. As you do. Broken lock. Broken lock. And this is the closed shutters. Okay. Let's head back down to that can. Hey. Ma'am? Please. Well, only one thing that we can do. Open this can. All we can do is hope that whatever's in the can is exactly what James's needs. That sentence doesn't sound like it came out right. Whatever is in the can is has to be exactly what James needs. Something like that. Okay. Let's open up some canned food. Light bulbs. Can of light bulbs. Exactly what we need. I got the light bulb. A light bulb can. I don't need it anymore. Yes, your typical normal light bulb can. Found inside can in kitchen of bar. Normal light bulb. Man, you see, you might think that's silly, but you get a good deal when you buy light bulbs in the can. The light bulbs last forever when they're sealed in a can. Anyway, we're going to put the light bulb in here. And put it in. And now we have enough light to use the bar key. Yeah. If we didn't get the thinner, we would notice it right there. All right. Excuse, please, ma'am. Excuse, please. All right, we need to get our stuff back. So, let's see. We put it on the second floor. Oh, we also have the third music box, but there's a disc-type music box here. Something may be written on the front, but it's too dark to tell, because I don't have my flashlight, remember? And I can't use that. It's too dark. I have to get some light. I should mention that if the visual noise filter was on, this would look a lot darker. I could probably just turn that on for like a second. I think I can do that in the middle of the game. Advanced options. Move that mouse out of the way. Yeah, this is the noise effect. Yeah. See what that looks like? So it's like duller and darker. It's a little harder to see. It makes everything look all grimy and dirty. And like I said, the reason I've had that turned off is because it doesn't work well when you're streaming. Because it doesn't work well with the compression. Like, if I was playing it on my own, I would have that on, because I think it does add a lot to the atmosphere of the game, but it's not good for streaming. Let's get our stuff back. Was it this one? It was this one. Doo-doo. I got everything back at once. And just when I get my weapons back, oh, they're gone. Like they were never here. I don't have any red arrows drawn on these. Well, I gotta draw my red lines. Clearly. Still doesn't like me doing that. Alright. So I have my flashlight, which means I can go down here and put down my third music box. Let's play it. It makes a pretty tune and also gives us a key. So now we have the key to the third floor, and we also have the key to room 312. So there's literally nothing in our way from getting to that room. There's still nothing on this. Let me just save my game for a bit. Alright, time to head up to the third floor. And James's destiny. This is what the whole thing has been leading to. This one room is where he's been trying to get to this whole time. And that room is right here. But there's no one in here. I mean, it's a nice room. It's like everything else looks real messy and destroyed, but this room is very nice. Mary, are you in the bathroom? Well, if she is, we can't get in there. We can't look at any of this. We can't look at the bed. I guess James does not have any memories of the furniture. Just checking around to see if he has anything to say about any of this stuff. Nothing interesting written in the memo book. That's because James does not write his thoughts down in the memo book like Harry does. Television here. All you get is snow. There's a VCR here. We'll be able to use it. I just want to point out, this room, as nice as it is, still has one of these really old TVs. I don't know why this is so popular in Silent Hill, but we have a VCR, we have a tape. Let us watch the tape.
Are you taping again? Come on. I don't know why, but I just love it here. It's so peaceful. You know what I heard? This whole area used to be a sacred place. I think I can see why. It's too bad we have to leave. Please promise you'll take me again, James.
Mary.
So there you are, James. Did you get the letter? Did you find Mary? If not, let's get going already, okay?
Laura. Mary's gone. She's dead.
Liar, that's a lie!
No, that's not true.
She died because she was sick?
No, I killed her.
You killer! Why'd you do it? I hate you! I want her back! Give her back to me! I knew it! You didn't care about her! I hate you, James! I hate you! I hate you! I hate you! She was always waiting for you. Why? Why?
I'm sorry. The Mary you know isn't here. Laura, I'm sorry.
Where are you? I'm waiting. I'm waiting for you. Please come to me. You hate me? Is that why you want to come? James?
That voice!
James? Please hurry. Are you lost? I'm here. I'm waiting nearby, James. Please. I want to see you, James. Can't you hear me? James. Please, James. James. James.
So now it might be a bit more clear as to why James has been so confused this whole time. But as he steps out of the room, the hallway does look a bit different. The red lines are gone from our map, so that does mean we have entered the Otherworld Hotel. James's damp, moldy otherworld. We have some purple lines which already say that we can't go in those doors. But before we head into those rooms, we should take a left. Back into the reading room. Easy to miss this. Because if we go back in here, there's something new. There's these headphones that weren't here before.
Mary's going to die? You must be
joking.
I'm very sorry.
But you're a doctor. It's your job to heal people. How can you just let her die?
Please, calm down. As her doctor, I promise I'll do what I can. But there's still no effective treatment for her condition.
How long does she have?
I'm afraid I'm not sure. 3 years at most. Perhaps 6 months. It's impossible to say with certainty.
James remembering when he was first told about it, but he can't hear anything anymore. He's also looking at something on the shelf. Like with some items we've seen before, that wouldn't be here our first time round. That has to do with a special ending, so we're gonna leave it here for right now. These books are like a little bit different here. No new observation, though. So, it was kind of hard to tell what was happening on that tape, but you could probably see that there was... James made a motion, and there was some struggling. And then James remembered what he did. As for what the 3 years thing was all about, well, she apparently was diagnosed 3 years ago. So he's been living with Mary slowly dying for 3 years. There's like a few doors here. If we go in here, we end up in this hallway. A little Scooby-Doo action here. We can go through this door. We end up back here. What if we go back through this? And now we end up here. But this is broken. As far as what the timeline is, even though James is remembering the death happening 3 years ago, it must have happened very shortly in the past, because we saw the letter that said that Laura's 8th birthday was coming up, and she said her birthday was last week. So Mary wrote that letter very recently, which probably means that the murder actually just happened, and James went to Silent Hill immediately after that, I suppose. So James has been in sort of a fugue state over the course of this game, which is why he's acted strangely, not really being clear on why he's here or what he's doing. Hey, an elevator actually works. Why he seems confused about looking for someone who he knows is dead. Oh, it's full of water. Or why he said to Angela at the beginning that he didn't really care if it was dangerous here. Let's go back in the bar, which is now flooded. What's this over here, by the way? Well, I can't look at it, it seems. So, the first time I played this game, I was kind of confused about it, because in Silent Hill 1, Harry's purpose is very clear. He has a very straightforward goal, even though the game itself is not straightforward. But James is... You're not really sure why he's doing what he's doing. Like, he sees a monster, and he just walks after it, saying, I better investigate that. Or after he fights the monster, he doesn't run out of the town screaming. He's just like, no, I'll just keep going. And you're not really sure why he's doing this, or why he's acting this way. But, things become more clear when you realize that he has some problems himself. Anyway, we're heading to these stairs over here.
For you. Now you're the only one left. Maybe then I can rest. Mama, why are you running away? You're not my mama. It's you. Oh. I'm sorry.
Angela, no.
Thank you for saving me. But I wish you hadn't. Even Mama said it. I deserved what happened.
No, Angela, that's wrong.
No, don't pity me. I'm not worth it. Or maybe you think you can save me. Will you love me? Take care of me? Heal all my pain? That's what I thought. James, give me back that knife.
No, I won't.
Saving it for yourself?
Me? No, I'd never kill myself. It's hot as hell in here.
You see it too. For me, it's always like this.
Well, we could try to follow her. No, we can't. The fire blocks us as she walks up the stairs through the flames and out of sight. And thus Angela walks out of Silent Hill 2. Who knows what happens to her afterwards. Also, she asks us for the knife. She means this knife. You know, when I first played this game, I was a little dense. I didn't quite realize that Angela's knife represented suicide, and that was just because of the sheer arsenal that James is carrying around with him. I didn't quite get the idea of why is one knife important? Look at all this. I would never commit suicide. How would I even do that? Anyway, Angela with the saddest story in Silent Hill 2, as, well, there's really no, I guess no escape for her. She can't find the way out. Well, we walk through, and now we're just back at these stairs. Angela continues on through her raging fire, but that's not where we are anymore. We're back in the water and the wet. And we find one rotted door that we can enter, but it leaves the map. We're now outside of the map, just in case you were wondering. And we have some upside-down friends, hanging friends. We saw them before. Let's just run past them. And here, where are we, by the way? We got here somehow. We're outside the lobby, the otherworld lobby, as we meet the final save point of the game. And it's pretty clear it's saying you should probably save here. Look at all these save points. So many of them. So we're going to save here. And we're just going to take a little bit of a break. Be back in a few minutes as then we enter the otherworld lobby.
I was weak. That's why I needed you. Needed someone to punish me for my sins. But that's all over now. I know the truth. Now it's time to end this.
Alright, it's 1 James versus 2 Pyramid Heads. I'm glad Pyramid Head found a friend, but that's not good for James. So they're poking at us with their spears. We could, like, fire at them with guns and shoot them in their helmets. Why don't we try something else? Just get them as far over here as they can. Let me just get some space. Alright. How much health do we have? 7, 18, 34. How about we try a war of attrition with Pyramid's Head? And that's it. The Great Knife does do a lot of damage. If you can tank their hits. Pyramid Head won't move anymore. Looks like he's holding something. We got an egg. What else would he be carrying? Got another egg. You know, I think that now that James has killed him with the Great Knife, he should take the helmet and become the new Pyramid Head. That's how it works, right? You kill Pyramid Head and you become Pyramid Head. I think that's how it works. Anyway, it's about the size of a quail's egg. Both of them are. We got Rust and we got Scarlet. So to leave the lobby, we have 2 locked doors. There's a round indentation in the door. So we wouldn't be able to leave until we killed Pyramid Heads. It doesn't matter which egg we put in which door. It's kind of odd. I don't know why there are 2 doors and 2 eggs. It doesn't matter which one we put in which, and they both go to the same place. But now they're open. And this door has a big ol' happy face smiling at us, saying good job on the Pyramid Heads. See it? It's kind of like a smiley face. You see it there? The lock's broken, but it's a happy broken. And with that, we come to the entrance of the hotel. Nothing else for us to do now but walk on out. Except not quite. We don't have the map of this area.
Mary?
What do you want, James?
I brought you some flowers.
Flowers? I don't want any damn flowers. Just go home already.
Mary, what are you saying?
Look, I'm disgusting. I don't deserve flowers. Between the disease and the drugs, I look like a monster. Well, what are you looking at? Get the hell out of here. Leave me alone already. I'm no use to anyone. I'll be dead soon anyway. Maybe today, maybe tomorrow. It'd be easier if they'd just kill me. But I guess the hospital is making a nice profit off me. They want to keep me alive. Are you still here? I told you to go. Are you deaf? Don't come back. James, wait. Please don't go. Stay with me. Don't leave me alone. I didn't mean what I said. Please, James. Tell me I'll be okay. Tell me I'm not going to die. Help me.
You could leave before you hear the entire thing. Now we are actually outside, and we climb a very strange, very tall, rusted structure up to our final destination. Well, I guess there's no going back. And look who it is. Mary, I don't have a map of this area. But, we have your letter. Oh, wait. The entire envelope's gone now.
Mary?
Wrong again. Mary's dead. You killed her.
Maria? Maria, I'm done with you.
What do you mean? But I can be yours. I'll be here for you forever. And I'll never yell at you or make you feel bad. That's what you wanted.
Now I understand. The problem is, you're not Mary.
No, James. I won't let you. I'll never let you have your Mary back.
Oh no, she's gone all upside down and mothy, sending the moths after us. Okay. So time to fight Maria. We've seen her die 3 times. Time for us to cause the 4th. We could shoot her. Like, that works. Oh, no. Just bothering us, getting in our hair. She'll also try to choke us with the, is that a... It's like a... It's a tail? Or maybe like a thing... There's like a tentacle coming off her head. However, there is actually a fairly easy way to do this, in that she has trouble getting by this bed. Which means... I mean, hey, it's good for all occasions. Oh, she got me. Choked me with that with the head tentacle? Nope. Did not quite get. Did not quite get. Let me heal myself. Oh, she's getting me right before I get her with that. Let me run away with it. Well, she'll just lie there, calling for James. There's really only one thing to do.
Mary?
James.
Forgive me.
I told you that I wanted to die, James. I wanted the pain to end.
That's why I did it, honey. I just couldn't watch you suffer. No. That's not the whole truth. You also said that you didn't want to die. The truth is, part of me hated you for taking away my life.
You killed me, and you're suffering for it. It's enough, James.
Mary?
James.
Now I understand the real reason I came to this town. I wonder, what was I afraid of? Without you, Mary, I've got nothing. Now we can be together.
In my restless dreams, I see that town. Silent Hill. You promised you'd take me there again someday, but you never did. Well, I'm alone there now, in our special place, waiting for you. Waiting for you to come to see me. But you never do. And so I wait, wrapped in my cocoon of pain and loneliness. I know I've done a terrible thing to you. Something you'll never forgive me for. I wish I could change that. But I can't. I feel so pathetic and ugly laying here, waiting for you. Every day I stare up at the cracks in the ceiling, and all I can think about is how unfair it all is. The doctor came today. He told me I could go home for a short stay. It's not that I'm getting better. It's just that this may be my last chance. I think you know what I mean. Even so, I'm glad to be coming home. I've missed you terribly. But I'm afraid, James. I'm afraid you don't really want me to come home. Whenever you come see me,
I can tell how hard it is on you. I don't know if you hate me or pity me, or maybe I just disgust you. I'm sorry about that. When I first learned that I was going to die, I just didn't want to accept it. I was so angry all the time, and I struck out at everyone I loved most. Especially you, James. That's why I understand if you do hate me. But I want you to know this, James. I'll always love you. Even though our life together had to end like this, I still wouldn't trade it for the world. We had some wonderful years together. Well, this letter has gone on too long, so I'll say goodbye. I told the nurse to give this to you after I'm gone. That means that as you read this, I'm already dead. I can't tell you to remember me, but I can't bear for you to forget me. These last few years since I became ill, I am so sorry for what I did to you, did to us. You've given me so much, and I haven't been able to return a single thing. That's why I want you to live for yourself now. Do what's best for you, James. James, you made me happy.
PC version has its own separate credits, and it seems like the people who modded it also added in some credits as well. So, that was the ending we got. That was, it's called the In Water ending. I was just sort of going between different things that may have added different points to different endings, but that was the one we had. James, unfortunately, did not follow Mary's instructions. She said that she wanted James to live for himself now, but James decided that without Mary, life wasn't worth living, and drove his car into the water with Mary with him. So, if you're wondering how I got that ending, how do you get in water? Like I said, I was never really sure how people figured this out to begin with, but when I first played this game, I used an ending FAQ on GameFAQs, which is still there. It's like from 2006. It's just called Endings FAQ. You can just look at it. And according to that, the way you get the in-water ending is that you have to look at Angela's knife often, which we did. You have to read the diary on the hospital roof, which you might remember is someone who was talking about suicide. We did that. You have to stay at low health throughout the game. I don't think I really did that. I mean, sometimes I was at low health, but I usually was like mid-range health, I think. You have to listen to the entire hallway conversation, which we did that. You know, if you leave in the middle of that conversation, you don't hear the end of it, where Mary is actually desperate for James to tell her that she'll be all right. You have to listen to the headphones in the reading room. We did that. That's when James remembers when he first heard that Mary was going to die. You have to go back to Neely's bar when that message appears that says, if you want to join Mary, you should just die, James. You have to do that. And it says, do not heal right after taking damage. Now, the reason for that is because if you stay at low health, it indicates that James does not care about himself. So if you heal yourself, then clearly James cares about his well-being. You see, you're role-playing as James, you understand. So we got in water. We get the stats that you get at the end of Silent Hill games. It says how many endings you got, how many saves we have, total time playing, walking, running distance, how many items we have, how many enemies we defeated by shooting or fighting. The reason shooting is so low is, I guess, because I finished off most enemies by stomping on them. So that counts as fighting. Boat stage time. How long did it take you to cross the lake on the boat? It times it, as well as your boat max speed, total damage you did, your rank out of 10 stars. So that was the in-water ending. And then you can save your, save your new game plus if you want. You can do it. But of course, that's not the only ending to Silent Hill 2. There are 3 normal endings. We have gotten one of the 3. I believe this would be another one of them. Let's fight Pyramid Head again. Let me reload that. Right, so Maria died 4 times in our playthrough. This is her 3rd time dying. Poor Maria. I never really got... I don't know, it seems like Maria kind of gets a raw deal in this. James is like, I don't need you anymore, I'm sorry. It's like Maria's like, oh, but that's the entire reason I exist. It's like, the entire reason I exist is because you wanted, like a sexy version of Mary. And it's like, sorry, Maria. But, it's not what I want anymore. And so she gets mad, and then we have to fight her and then kill her again. Because when it comes down to it, she's just another Silent Hill monster. And so she turns into, like, kind of looks like a nun, sort of. Like an upside-down nun. I don't know if that's what she's meant to look like. This is also one of my favorite music tracks in the game. I mentioned that the bowling alley track was my favorite, but this is up there as well. I think the track is called Betrayal. When James realizes that the reason Pyramid Head is here is because James needs someone to punish him for his sins. Because James knows he did wrong, even if it's only in the subconscious. So that's why Pyramid Head is here. He's here to punish. It's what he does. But James decided that, nah, maybe I don't want to be punished anymore. You can do that, right? You can just say, you know, maybe I just don't want to be punished anymore, so I'm sorry, Pyramid Head. You know, James rejected Maria. Now he's rejecting Pyramid Head. I mean, they're only here for you, James. This is what you wanted. There we go. Oh, I have these in this playthrough. Well, we're not using them this time. So in the ending that we saw in Water, James decided, he came to his conclusion at the end that there just wasn't any reason to go on, and he decided that he was just going to end it. How long does it take me to get to the end of the hallway if I drag this behind me? Do I last the entire monologue? Let's see.
Mary?
What do you want, James?
I brought you some flowers.
Flowers? I don't want any damn flowers. Just go home already.
Mary, what are you saying?
Look, I'm disgusting. I don't deserve flowers. Between the disease and the drugs, I look like a monster. What are you looking at? Get the hell out of here! Leave me alone already! I'm no use to anyone. I'll be dead soon anyway. Maybe today, maybe tomorrow. It'd be easier if they'd just kill me. But I guess the hospital is making a nice profit off me. They want to keep me alive. Are you still here? I told you to go! Are you deaf? Don't come back! James! Wait! Please don't go! Stay with me! Don't leave me alone! I didn't mean what I said! Please, James! Tell me I'll be okay! Tell me I'm not going to die! Help me!
Oh yeah, it ended right before we got to the door. That was pretty well timed. How long does it take us to go up these stairs? Well, anyway, like I said, with the in-water ending, we did things in the game that led James to decide that it just wasn't worth going on without Mary, so he got in his car after he realized what he did. Oh, that is very slow, isn't it? Okay, let's speed that up. He got in his car with Mary's body and drove into the lake, deciding that he would stay with Mary forever in Silent Hill. Who knows if he ended up in the same place as Mary, though, because that message in Neely's bar said that maybe James might end up in a different place than Mary. He might. But in this one, this saved game, I've been taking better care of James. Like, his health has been doing well. He hasn't been looking at that knife. He has been looking at Mary's picture a whole lot. So he might be in a better mindset now.
Mary?
When will you ever stop making that mistake? Mary's dead. You killed her.
Maria? It's you. But I don't need you anymore.
What? You must be joking. But I can be yours. I'll be here for you forever. And I'll never yell at you or make you feel bad. That's what you wanted. I'm different than Mary. How can you throw me away?
I understand now. It's time to end this nightmare.
No! I won't let you. You deserve to die too, James.
And so this one, Maria just flat out states, you know, James, maybe you should die. Like, maybe you're the one who should die here. So she went all upside down with her head tentacle. We just stand here, pointing our rifle up, shooting. It seems like it works well. Like, if we get further away, she'll send out... Oh, I'm out of ammo. If we get further away, she'll send out the moths. But as for right now, it seems like we're doing okay. And just make sure we're topped up. Oh no! We're being strangled by her thing. What is that thing? There we go. Like I said, she'll lie here, just asking for James. We can run around. Doesn't change anything, I don't think. We can't go back down. Those stairs are gone. We can't just have a nap in this bed. We're not doing anything there. No, there's only one thing we can do. There we go.
Mary?
James.
Forgive me.
I told you that I wanted to die, James. I wanted the pain to end.
That's why I did it, honey. I just couldn't watch you suffer. No. That's not true. You also said you didn't want to die. The truth is, I hated you. I wanted you out of the way. I wanted my life back.
James, if that were true, then why do you look so sad?
Mary?
James. Please. Please do something for me. Go on with your life.
In my restless dreams, I see that town. Silent Hill. You promised you'd take me there again someday, but you never did. Well, I'm alone there now, in our special place, waiting for you. Waiting for you to come to see me.
but you never do. And so I wait, wrapped in my cocoon of pain and loneliness. I know I've done a terrible thing to you, something you'll never forgive me for. I wish I could change that, but I can't. I feel so pathetic and ugly laying here, waiting for you. Every day I stare up at the cracks in the ceiling, and all I can think about is how unfair it all is. The doctor came today. He told me I could go home for a short stay. It's not that I'm getting better. It's just that this may be my last chance. I think you know what I mean. Even so, I'm glad to be coming home. I've missed you terribly. But I'm afraid, James. I'm afraid you don't really want me to come home. Whenever you come see me, I can tell how hard it is on you. I don't know if you hate me or pity me, or maybe I just disgust you. I'm sorry about that. When I first learned that I was going to die, I just didn't want to accept it. I was so angry all the time, and I struck out at everyone I loved most. Especially you, James. That's why I understand if you do hate me. But I want you to know this, James. I'll always love you. Even though our life together had to end like this, I still wouldn't trade it for the world. We had some wonderful years together. Well, this letter has gone on too long, so I'll say goodbye. I told the nurse to give this to you after I'm gone. That means that as you read this, I'm already dead. I can't tell you to remember me, but I can't bear for you to forget me. These last few years since I became ill, I am so sorry for what I did to you, did to us. You've given me so much, and I haven't been able to return a single thing. That's why I want you to live for yourself now. Do what's best for you, James. James, you made me happy.
And that would be the leave ending, which is the happy ending of the three, you could say. I think you could call it that. So we got ending leave. So how do you get this one? Well, we didn't kill ourselves, of course. James left Silent Hill with Laura. So James basically accepts what he's done and decides that he is going to move on with his life. And presumably he adopts Laura, because that's what Mary said she wanted to do. I say presumably because we all know what happens when James and Laura get back to the car is that Laura locks James out of the car. We all know that's what's going to happen. And so they just hang out in the parking lot while James knocks on the window saying, "Laura, open the door." And then she says, "No, what's the magic word?" And it just kind of goes on like that. Maybe that's James's punishment. He is now going to be the adoptive father of this little girl who is constantly going to take his keys and lock him out of the house and the car. And maybe that's James's punishment. That's his punishment. Okay, so how do we get the leave ending? Well, according to the FAQ I mentioned before, you have to listen to the entire conversation in the hallway, which we did. You have to look at Mary's picture and letter a few times, which of course we were doing. You have to heal immediately after being hurt, and it also says exceed maximum health limit. I don't really know what that means, but healing immediately after being hurt, what that represents is that James cares for himself and his well-being. He doesn't want to die, so that, that we're role-playing. It means that James is not going to die at the end of the game. It says, do not try to return to the apartment and do not stay close to Maria. I'm not sure which apartment they're referring to. I'm not sure if that's talking about the room that Maria dies in when we find her in the labyrinth. But it says, don't stay close to Maria. So that represents that we don't care for Maria. We're not staying close to her. We're staying far away. We don't have any feelings for Maria, right? Only for Mary. But James is able to forgive himself and move on. That's the whole idea of the leave ending. And when I first played the game, the leave ending was the one that I got. So that was the first ending that I had gotten when I first played this game. And I think it's probably because I didn't really look at the knife, and I didn't listen to the headphones when I first played the game. I'm thinking those probably were the reasons I didn't get in water. But there's a third normal ending. Once again, Maria has to die. Poor Maria. Alright, let's just great knife him. Let's just do that. Let's just try it again. Just swing this knife until they run out of health. Probably the fastest way. I was turning back and forth like that. James, you gotta pay attention to only one of them. Take a stance, swing the knife. There we go. So many health drinks. It seems like his attention is being, like, split between the two of them. Yes, he's like turning back and forth like that. There we go. Alright, there we go. All right, so in the main playthrough that we did, I tried to do a few things that would add points to different endings. One of the things that I did was I tried to care for Maria a little bit. Like, I checked on her when she was in the hospital bed. When she died in the labyrinth, I tried to go back in there to check on her dead body, and those count for points towards something. I may have bumped into her a few times, but I tried not to. I also tried to prevent her from getting hit too much. And so if you care for Maria, hey, that could lead to another ending entirely. Oh, also, what if you don't care about this conversation?
Mary?
What do you want, James?
I brought you some flowers.
Flowers? I don't want any damn flowers. Just go home already.
Mary, what are you saying?
Look, I'm disgusting. I don't deserve flowers.
So James's last memory of Mary is just her yelling at him to get out of the room. So he never hears the next part, where she actually says that she wants him to stay and tell her that she'll be okay. So, what happens now when we reach the top room? If we cared for Maria, but never really looked at the picture of Mary, never really cared about any of that, didn't listen to that hallway conversation, we just have Maria on our mind, really.
James, I've been waiting.
Mary, I'm sorry it took so long.
Didn't you want to see me?
Yes, I wanted to see you. Even an illusion of you. That's why I came here.
It's not true, is it? You killed me.
I couldn't watch you suffer.
Don't make excuses, James. I know I was a burden on you. You must have hated me. That's why you got rid of me.
It's true. I may have had some of those feelings. It was a long 3 years. I was tired.
That's why you needed this Maria person? James, do you really think I could ever forgive you for what you did?
Alright, it's upside down nun time again. Even though this is presumably Mary instead of Maria, it's the same form, the same boss. Now, I mean, even though she said she was Mary, is she actually Mary, or, I mean, it could just be another creation of Silent Hill? Is it actually possible for the real Mary to even be here? Well, who can say? Alright, let's see if we can do this. No?
James.
I'm trying to see if I can stomp her. I don't think I can stomp.
James.
I wanted to see if the last attack could be a stomp. It does not seem... It seems like it can't. Oh well.
You killed Mary again?
That wasn't Mary. Mary's gone. That was just something Maria? Maria?
What, James?
I want you. I want you with me.
Are you sure?
Come on. Let's get out of here.
What about Mary?
It's okay. I have you.
In my restless dreams, I see that town. Silent Hill. You promised you'd take me there again someday, but you never did. Well, I'm alone there now, in our special place, waiting for you. Waiting for you to come to see me. But you never do. And so I wait, wrapped in my cocoon of pain and loneliness. I know I've done a terrible thing to you. Something you'll never forgive me for. I wish I could change that. But I can't. I feel so pathetic and ugly laying here, waiting for you. Every day I stare up at the cracks in the ceiling, and all I can think about is how unfair it all is. The doctor came today. He told me I could go home for a short stay. It's not that I'm getting better. It's just that this may be my last chance. I think you know what I mean. Even so, I'm glad to be coming home. I've missed you terribly. But I'm afraid, James. I'm afraid you don't really want me to come home. Whenever you come see me, I can tell how hard it is on you. I don't know if you hate me or pity me, or maybe I just disgust you. I'm sorry about that. When I first learned that I was going to die, I just didn't want to accept it. I was so angry all the time, and I struck out at everyone I loved most. Especially you, James. That's why I understand if you do hate me. But I want you to know this, James. I'll always love you. Even though our life together had to end like this, I still wouldn't trade it for the world. We had some wonderful years together. Well, this letter has gone on too long, so I'll say goodbye. I told the nurse to give this to you after I'm gone. That means that as you read this, I'm already dead. I can't tell you to remember me, but I can't bear for you to forget me. These last few years since I became ill, I am so sorry for what I did to you, did to us. You've given me so much, and I haven't been able to return a single thing. That's why I want you to live for yourself now. Do what's best for you, James. James, you made me happy.
You'd better do something about that cough.
The Maria ending feels like the most jarring one. Yeah, there we go, it's Maria. So, with this with the in-water ending, it's James facing up to what he did and deciding that he can't go on, and that there's no point in going on without Mary. The leave ending is James facing up to what he did and deciding that he is going to move past it and live for himself as Mary asked him to do. This one is more like, man, I guess I did kill Mary because I was tired of her. But now I have Maria, who's like Mary, except not dying. So, upgrade? And then leave Silent Hill with Maria. And she can just do that, I guess. She can just leave Silent Hill. Which, I mean, that kind of opens up some questions about Silent Hill. Like, a lot of this is about, you know, strange creatures and illusory beings that you see within the town, but Maria is just a person who got created because James wanted her, and apparently she can just leave town. Apparently, because they're heading to James's car at the end of that. Presumably they're going to drive out of there. And I guess they can just do that. I guess she can just leave with James, and Mary's corpse, which some people say is in James's trunk. It would make sense, because if he killed her right before he went to Silent Hill, she's if she's in the trunk, that does kind of make sense. Anyway, Laura was nowhere to be seen. What happens to Laura? Maybe she's still tooling around Silent Hill somewhere with really no way to leave because there's no one else there. I mean, Maria was concerned about Laura, but she wasn't there at the ending. Maria does have a cough, though. And in the hospital, she did have to lie down, and she was taking medicine because she was sick, apparently. She said it was a hangover. It didn't seem like a hangover. So most likely, James is just in for some future problems, future heartbreak, as this whole thing happens again, as James ended up learning nothing. He just kind of learned nothing and said, oh, well, I guess I killed my wife. But I have Maria now, right? Hey, there we go. So this always seemed like the weirdest ending to me. It's kind of just doesn't quite fit, I don't think. I don't know. James seems like it seems like he is, in this ending, it seems like he's finding a loophole, saying, well, I guess I killed Mary, but I have a new Mary here. So it evens out? He's like trying to kind of rules lawyer it, I think. And it doesn't work out. I don't know about that. I don't know about that one. But that is the ending that we got here. Ending Maria. And those are the 3 normal endings of Silent Hill 2. The 3 possibilities that could happen, based on whether or not you either act suicidal as James, or act caring towards James and have fond memories of Mary, or act protective towards Maria and concerned about her. So, depending on how you roleplay James, you can get different endings. Like I said, when I first played this, I thought it was really weird how the endings were determined, because I had not seen a game like that before, that the endings were based on that. In Silent Hill 1, it was very straightforward as to how you got different endings, but this one, it was just so you have to play through the game, but like look at this photo in your inventory, or like look at this knife, or don't bump into the person who's following. It's like what, really, what? That determines the ending? Like, I can't think of another game that's really like that. But those are our 3 endings.
James, honey, did something happen to you? After we got separated in that long hallway?
Now, those aren't the only endings.
Confusing me with someone else?
Those are the normal endings. But there are special endings, and we have not seen those.
We're always so forgetful.
Just as there were 3 normal endings, there are 3 special endings to get. But not only that, there's also the Born from a Wish.
You said you took everything.
Little sub-scenario.
You forgot that videotape we
So we need to do that. Born from a Wish is like a half-hour long thing about where we play as Maria.
What do you know about
before she meets James. And I think now we do get the voice version of this intro. Since the game has been beaten.
Are you taping again? Come on. I don't know why, but I just love it here. It's so peaceful. You know what I heard? This whole area used to be a sacred place. I think I can see why. It's too bad we have to leave. Please promise you'll take me again, James.
I don't look like a ghost, do I?
Anyway, I'm glad you're alive.
Anyway? What do you mean, anyway? You don't sound very happy to see me. I was almost killed back there. Why didn't you try to save me? All you care about is that dead wife of yours. I've never been so scared in my whole life.
Lost?
Just like that stupid dog. He had it coming too.
Eddie, you can't just kill someone because of the way they looked at you.
I don't know. Maybe I did.
What's a little girl like you doing here anyway?
Huh? Are you blind or something?
Oh, it's you.
Just putting a gun to their head.
I am. You want me to be?
So, what about Laura? Did you find her?
Yeah, but she ran away.
We've got to find her.
It doesn't matter who I am. I'm here for you, James. See? I'm real.
It's still a very good intro. But just as she says she's real, I guess she is, because we'll be able to play as her in Born from a Wish, which is what we'll be doing next time. And then we're going to be going into doing some special endings. So I'll see that. Well, I'll see you seeing that next time, because as for tonight, we finished the 3 normal endings of Silent Hill 2. I'll see you next time for something a little bit different. Have a good night.